It's only a kick, a jump, a block. It's only a serve. It's only a tackle, a run. It's only for the fans. After all, it's only pressure. You got this. Adidas.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Thursday, March 7th, 2024. The legislative session stayed in high gear Wednesday, so we're going to run through some of that. We'll also update the DOJ's investigation of the Southern Baptist Convention and share something else Nick Saban had to say about why he called it a career. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. Wednesday was long and loud in Montgomery as lawmakers moved on some high-profile and or contentious works of legislation. Now, I'll run through some highlights or outrages, depending on your personal perspectives. Alabama lawmakers gave final passage to the bill protecting in vitro fertilization clinics from legal action in the wake of that state Supreme Court ruling giving embryos the same rights as children, which had spooked some IVF clinics into suspending their services. Now, this is not the permanent fix to the issue, but it's intended to keep the clinics and patients legally safe and able to grow families. Governor Kay Ivey quickly signed the bill into law. Also passed by the state legislature, and this one awaiting Ivey's signature, is the CHOOSE Act, the bill that could create $7,000 education savings accounts for families to use toward a student's education expenses should that student opt out of public school and attend private school or homeschool. Now, the anti-DEI bill that's already passed the Senate made it through committee in the House. It now goes to the full House of Representatives. Side note, DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. I know somebody out there still always immediately thinks Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. I know that's been around forever. The bill at hand by Pike Road Republican Senator Will Barfoot would prohibit government institutions, now that includes schools and colleges, from funding a DEI office or sponsoring DEI programs. The bill also includes a rule prohibiting colleges from allowing people to use a restroom that does not match their biological sex. Lawmakers are also debating an expansion of the law prohibiting discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity through the 12th grade. The law currently covers grade K through 5. Now, this is similar to the Florida law that opponents call Don't Say Gay. Now, at this point in the session, everything's happening pretty fast, so keep up with all the fur that's flying on Goat Hill at al.com/politics. The United States Department of Justice finished its investigation of how Southern Baptist leaders handled the sex abuse scandal without bringing any charges, according to a report by the Nashville Tennessean. Now, the investigation was launched nearly 2 years ago after a report revealed the denomination's leaders stonewalled and denigrated survivors of sex abuse committed by clergy over nearly 20 years. Now, it's not clear whether the DOJ is still investigating any other organizations that are affiliated with the Southern Baptist Convention. And former University of Alabama football coach Nick Saban, should I say a trigger warning for Tide fans before introducing him that way? Former University of Alabama football coach Nick Saban told ESPN a little more about his decision to retire earlier this year, reports AL.com's Matt Stahl. And one of the factors was not a big surprise to folks who've seen college football turned on its head by NIL and the transfer portal. Saban said he thought they could have a heck of a team next year, but, quote, and then maybe 70 or 80% of the players you talk to, all they want to know is two things. What assurances do I have that I'm going to play because they're thinking about transferring, and how much are you going to pay me, end quote. Now, he said the changes aren't necessarily bad, but it's pretty clear the new dynamics of fast money doesn't really fit in with Saban's famous process of putting in the work and seeing your value rise with success. Hey, one more thing. Senator Katie Britt will be giving the response to President Biden's State of the Union speech tonight on behalf of the Republicans. I don't want to steal her thunder with a spoiler, but sources are telling me that they're going to be unimpressed by the speech. Thank y'all so much for listening. We'll be back here again tomorrow. Until then, come by anytime you want to. See what we're doing on the internet at al.com.